Right, good morning guys, we're back at the same permission again. And I was just having a look at the track that I've been doing, which is curving round just below where I'm sitting. If you look on a map, so right now I'm sitting about here, and that's the track that I've been detecting. Those are the woods that I went into at the end of the last video. They're just to my left. Anyway, off of the main track I noticed there's a little footpath coming off just there. If you look at this one, you'll see the footpath. You see it? Comes off the track, goes up there and then just straight. Well, that's right there. It curves off here and then it just goes straight all the way along those trees. Unfortunately, the map makes it look like the path is just outside the trees running along. It's not, it's right in the middle of all those trees. I've had a look inside, it's the filthiest, trashiest bit of woodland I've ever seen in my life. There's rubbish everywhere, and that's where the path goes. It goes right through the woods, right through all that rubbish. Anyway, enough talking. Oh no, wait. This from the last video. This Empire tube I thought was a cigarette case. It's a torch. A couple of people said that, but the big man was first. Complete geek. He also identified that as a pot leg. Now I should have known that because I've found a pot leg before. And this little thing, who got that again? That was Darren White. Well done, Darren. It's a rain guide, so part of like horse reins to attach them to carriages or something like that. So well done. Right, I'm going to get the detector and start right here. I'll come back with signal 1. Right, very first signal, I'm just going to do it live. I think it's deep iron. Nowhere to be seen, obviously. Oh dear. Right, it's out. Well, it's not out, it's in here. I can't see anything yet. Oh man. It's just a blob of melted metal. I thought for a minute there was a little pattern there I could see, but nah. I just got a little surface find right under this collapsed tree. It is. I started digging there and then noticed it was there. It's an old pound coin. Right, I'm just trying to get this out. It's a long bit of iron and there's a little pin going right through it there. I think probably a gate, maybe a gate hinge or something, but I'm just a bit interested, so work on this. Just a fence post with this going through it. Oh man. And again guys, and again. I can't believe that. What's this? 6pence silver every single time I've been here. Oh, let's see. 1931. Fantastic. All I've dug so far is rubbish. Well, apart from this pound coin. Excellent. Right, that silver came out right there. and there's a signal. That is a coin all day long, right next to it, so this is surely worth a live dig. Oh, right there, whatever it is. Right, sorry about that, my tripod collapsed. It's broken. It's been broken, I think, since the second time I used it. That leg's broken and this bit is broken. Anyway. Right, if this is a coin, it's going to be the smallest coin I've ever seen. I don't think it is a coin. What on earth? Oh, you what? Wait a minute. Is that not the thing I dug up the very first signal? Yes! What is this fella? Right, hold on a minute, wait. Nah, there's something going on here, guys. I need to check my pockets. Right, I've figured out what happened. I can't believe that. Right. I've only got one of these. The one I just found right there. There should be two, right? Because that was the first thing I dug up. What's happened is it's fell out my pocket while I was digging up the silver there. Somehow fell into that crack there. And I've just spent 5 minutes digging it up again. Oh well, I thought it looked familiar. That's where coffee comes from. That's a coffee seed. There we go. A nice little bullet. Right, I've just come into the woods. As far as I can tell, I am about there. I'm not sure if I've read the map right. That line there might be that fence, which means the path isn't where I thought it would be. I'm not really sure. What I'm going to take a wander. Just going to wander through these woods and see if we can find what looks like an old path. There's definitely loads of old trees anyway, so we'll detect around those. But first of all, I'm just going to go off and try and pick up this path. Oh. Not seeing anything that looks like a path at the moment. Brilliant. Oh my god. See what I mean? Jesus. Prosecco. God almighty, what a mess. What an absolute mess they've made. Right, well, I won't be detecting this bit, that's for sure. Oh. Ah, yeah. I think that's a badger. Yes, that is a badger. Oh man, well, no sign of a path anyway. I'm just watching this guy, I think he's trying to burrow into that moss there. Go on, mate. He's got his head in. Oh, don't give up, you were halfway in there. Oh, poor show. Whoa! See ya. Right, I've had a look around these woods. I can't find any trace of an old path, but I think I might have read the map wrong. We'll leave that for another day because it's just rubbish everywhere. I had a quick go with the detector, and it was all just shallow signals. I didn't come across a single deep signal worth digging, so we'll do this another day. But there's just rubbish everywhere. Hold on, I'll show you. There's another pile of bottles up here. I wouldn't mind if they were cod bottles or something, but they're not. Yeah, when I get home I'll look at that map properly and I'll properly try and figure out this path another time. Look at this. Come on guys. Nobody cares if you drink in the woods, but you could just stick it in a bag or something. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to go into the other woods where I found quite a lot of those coins. We'll give that a shot and we'll do a bit more of the pasture before it rains. It's supposed to thunderstorms at 2 PM apparently. Right, I'll come back in a minute. Right, I've come into the woods that I was in the last video, and this is the first decent thing that I've dug up. Yep, that's a penny. Can I get a date off it? Not just now. Hopefully we'll get something in the roundup. Now, I'm pretty sure I heard more than one. Let's have a look. Not sure that's a coin, this one. Right, I'll come back in a sec if this is anything worth showing. Doesn't sound great though. Right, just found another coin. It's one of the more modern halfpennies. Tiny little thing. Right, the third coin from this single, this one tree is a modern penny. So we've had an old penny, a halfpenny and a modern penny. Right, picking up right where we left off last time. 4 signals in a row have been coins. That's another penny. Oh, I've nicked it with a spade. Is that a penny? Can't see much on this one. Yes, 1923 I think it says. I just found this ring pool. The tree root's growing right through it. Don't know if you can see that. That's quite interesting. Right, I just found half a musket ball. Now that must have been fired, what, about 200 years ago? 150, 200 years ago, if not more, and it was about a centimetre under the surface. It was right there. Right, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to leave at 1:30, and I can actually already hear thunder way in the distance. So far we haven't found that much. That's all the rubbish we've dug. That's the good stuff. Some nice coins, a silver coin, half a musket ball and a bullet. So for the last half hour I'm going to blitz the woods and see if we can get at least another couple of coins or something interesting. And I think we're going to get rained on in a minute as well. Right, we've got a signal tucked in underneath this thing. I don't know what it is, but it smells nice. Ooh, I just heard thunder. I wonder if that'll affect the detector. Can you cancel out the noise of thunder? Anyway. Right, I'll pause it. We don't have time for live digs. It's in here. Do you think I've got time for that? Look at this. I have actually got hay fever. I probably shouldn't have done that, but that's quite fun. Right, next signal. Not a clue what it is. Right, I'm going to call it a day. I have to get a lift today, and he's coming at 1:30. I would have stayed a lot longer, but it's the thunder's on its way anyway, and it'll be pouring with rain soon. So didn't find, well, nah, we did. We found decent stuff. All of this before I came to this permission would have been a fantastic day, fantastic hunt for me, and it still is. But no cartwheels or anything like that today. Right, I'll probably be back out tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow. Right, we're home. Managed to beat the rain just. Not a great hunt today. I was a bit rushed. I had to leave at 1:30. I would have been there till 4:30, but anyway, we got quite a lot of rubbish. I think that's a tag from a piece of clothing. I can just hear the thunder out there, but I don't think the camera picks it up. This little key, it says, what does it say? Pen guide, perhaps penguin, and then made in England. Honestly, not much worth showing apart from the silver, the half silver sixpence. 1931. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being spoilt. I am happy with that. Very nice. And then a couple of pennies. I think it's one of them's 1928 and one is 1920 odd. I nicked one of them with a spade. That's the one that I cut with the spade. Oh, by the way, right, the other day I looked these up to find out what the purchasing power basically of one of these pennies is today, because anybody that metal detects, at least in the UK, digs these all the time. I've dug hundreds of them, so I wondered how gutted these guys would have been to lose that. So apparently these are a lot later than the ones I looked up. I looked up the 1862 penny that I found last time. I'm not sure if it's right, but apparently the purchasing power of an 1862 one penny today would be 36 pence. So if you lost 36 pence today, you would be the same amount of sad that somebody losing one of these from 1862 would be. It doesn't sound right to me. I thought it would be way more now than 36 pence. Right, next what I'll do is I'll start looking up the silvers, see how gutted they would have been. I'm guessing a full silver sixpence was probably a equivalent of a pound or £2. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Half a musket ball, about a centimetre below the surface, a bullet casing somewhere, a half penny, a penny, a pound, and the thing that I dug up twice, and that was it today. I spent a lot of time faffing about in the woods, just looking about, and I didn't have that much time to begin with, so that's it. I'll see you probably tomorrow.